So we are sitting here with Jay7d, and she is about to give us the women's perspective on, men and women, relationships, life, and everything else. You want to give a quick intro for yourself?
Hey ladies, it's Jay7d. Follow me at Jay7d.
All right, first question. From a woman's perspective, what do you think men want in a woman?
Ooh. I'm not a male, so I can only say what I've been hearing lately, right? And I think men want women to be a woman. They need you to be soft. They need you to be vulnerable. They need you to be a woman. Men don't want a man. Like, this whole I'm strong, I'm independent, that's cool, but they want to feel needed. I don't need a man. Men want to feel needed. They need to feel loved. They need to feel like they're the man, you're the woman. The woman, the feminine energy and the masculine energy, we both have something to bring to the table. If you're bringing masculine energy, what are you leaving room for the male to bring? If that's all he has to bring, why are you bringing it? We have to change that. I'm strong, I'm independent, I don't need a man. You keep saying you don't need a man and then wondering, where's your husband, where's your king, where's your man? You keep saying you don't need him. The universe is responding to what you're putting out. So for me, at 27, now I'm learning, no, I need a king. I need you. I want you. I need you. Now I'm learning to rewire my brain, and I'll attract that.
Why you, I blame Beyonce.
Stop it.
But honestly, because I think...
But look at that. You blame Beyonce, but Beyonce has a king.
Yeah, but y'all listen to her.
I mean, I don't. I mean, I listen to the songs, but I'm not about to go nah. I listen to spirit.
I feel you, but we speaking majority. We're not just gonna speak on you. We speaking,
you're right.
We speaking majority. We speaking womanhood right now.
Okay.
I feel like most of them, majority of women, they allow the media to tell them, what they should be.
But that's what media is, though. Media is an influence, so it's like you're being influenced. But for Black women especially, we have to watch our gateways. What we listen to, what we see, what we eat, what we take in. Your gateways is what you're taking in because it's going to affect your body some type of way. And we've been programmed and conditioned this way for so long that we don't even realize, you're living in a matrix. Like, the white people have their white counterpart. Why is it so many single Black mothers? What? You don't see that many white single moms raising their kids without the father. No, we got to get that media out of our head and tap back into spirit, tap back into self. You need a man. A man needs a woman. The original Holy Trinity is man, woman, child. Not man, man, man. That's ridiculous. Man, man, man can't reproduce. Woman, woman, woman can't reproduce. What can you reproduce with that? No, you need a man. The man needs a woman. The man brings something, the woman brings something. We had to get back into that. It's no way a child should have a parent over here, a parent over here. Nah, you're going to ruin that child. And the white people know that. The media knows that. They only push that on us. That's a problem. That's a problem.
So you spoke about the Holy Trinity, man, woman, child.
Yes.
It's a lot of women out here that don't feel like that. That's what it is no more. It's
they never saw it
man and
either.
woman, then child. It's equal playing. Is it equal or is... Yeah. See, you actually.
So listen, right?
Is it equal?
Listen, it is though. It is because that's what I'm saying. What do you bring to the table? So I'm bringing my feminine energy to the table. You're bringing your masculine energy to the table. We're making a family. We're doing this. We're doing that. We're growing. We're expanding. We're both. It's not like, I think people think the woman have to be under you. No, I'm your partner. I'm beside you. I'm not under you. I'm your partner. Partners are beside. So I need a partnership, not no father. I don't need you to be my father. I have a father. But what's happening is there's so many fatherless homes that the women get with these men, and now you have to take on another child. No, I'm a woman. I have a dad. You feel me? My dad taught me how to be a queen. Now be my king. It's different. I'm not looking for a father. You need a king. You feel me? You were raised, see, that's the thing. If we tap back into the original Holy Trinity, you're raised by a queen and king. That's cool. So now the next step for you is you're going to get your own. You're going to attract your own because now you know what to look for. If you've never seen your mom love properly, that is the most dangerous thing for Black people. We're not seeing our parents love properly. I didn't see my parents love properly, but I did see my grandparents. My grandmother raised me. My grandmother, I grew up in a house where my grandmother had my grandfather. Every morning, my grandmother would wake up and go take my grandfather his breakfast. We just came back from Arizona. My grandmother told my mom said something about her mortgage. My grandmother said, I never paid a mortgage. And she wasn't saying it like bragging. She was just saying that was his, like that. I never had to pay that. At 70 years old, she's saying like, nah, that wasn't our dynamic. Like, he did that and I did this. And I brought this to the table, he brought this to the table. I took care of the family, he took care of the bills. So it's like, what do you bring to the table? Women have to stop coming to the table and wanting a man to supply everything. He can't. That's not his job. Same way you can't. You cannot supply everything. That's not our role.
Do you think it's harder now for men to provide than it was back in, let's say, when your grandfather was our age or when they first was married? Do you think it's harder now? I think it's more pressure on men now because women seem to be a little bit more materialistic than just, take care of the house.
You're materialistic because of media. You have social media, you have this, you have that, you want the Louis bag, you want the Gucci bag, but what are you bringing to the table to get these things? I mean, if you're buying it on your own, yeah, that's cool, but you can't put pressure on him for something that you can't do for yourself. Like, no. But back to your question, I'm sorry. Men, my grandfather made less than what men can make now. We're living in a time where everybody's an entrepreneur. So it's like, if that's your excuse, that's what it is. It's an excuse. Well, they had more of this. No, we had more resources. So use your social media and flip it. Stop being influenced and become an influencer. Influencers are the ones that's profiting. You see what I'm saying? We get to go on, like, come on, you gotta use your brain and stop letting media take over your life. I don't want no Chanel bag if my credit not right. Boss up. Like, what are you doing? Like, you why do you have that if you can't go and No. So to answer your question, I think that's an excuse. My grandfather had way less resources. He was military. He retired from the waterfront. That was cool. That money was good. But men now have way more resources. You have social media. You can profit off of social media and go work. You can open up a business now. Now we're learning that black people can be the CEO. So it's like, that's an excuse. You can be a boss and take care of home.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But with those less resources, there was also less things to buy. It wasn't.
Shit, my grandfather always wanted a vet. That's always been expensive. Like, no matter
Corvette and a McLaren.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, but back then though, the Corvette was that. Like, But
it wasn't the same price.
Yeah.
It wasn't $300,000.
But go get your bag though.
You're right.
Go get your bag, and you boss her up towards though, or she boss her, whatever that exchange is for your dynamic. You feel me? Y'all go get it together. It's easier together. It's easier. Two people is it's better than one. Like, it's better. You have a team of people who are like-minded. And I'm not telling you just go out here and jump into a relationship. Everything is not alignment. Like, if that's not in proper alignment, it won't work. It's not. But if you had two bosses grinding together, you're gonna get more. You can get more. It's partnership. I'm not under you, I'm next to you. I'm beside you. Picking up wherever you leaving off. Teammate.
No, I agree. I'm not arguing with you. I'm just creating a debate.
Go ahead. What's your debate next? Go ahead. What's your next question?
So, no, I want to speak on that a little bit more. Because I kind of fell into that. I lived in California. Rent was $3,000.
Shit, a bottle of water is $13.
Like, so it wasn't just, do this and do that. It was a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Do you think women nowadays even care or understand or recognize the pressures that men go through?
I think men have to open up and be vulnerable.
What if we can't though?
But you can. It's no such thing as I can't. You can. You don't know how, she teaches you. That's what I'm saying. You need a partner who can show you things. So it's like, if I can't learn from you, I can't be with you. It has to be an exchange. You're going to learn from me. I need to learn from you because I want you to grow. I need to grow too. So it's like, open up to me. If it's pressure of being a black man, talk to me. Talk to me. Like, make sure I understand it. Make sure I have overstanding for that, because then I'll be able to help you in different ways as your woman. Like, okay, well, it's pressure here, but let me show you how to make this easier for you. Let me show you how to move about your business going this way with it. Like, partnership. So it's like whatever you lack, I should be able to pick up in a relationship of alignment. Like same frequency and high vibrations. Like you're vibrating high, you're going to attract somebody that's vibrating high. That should be an exchange. It shouldn't be one-sided. And Kendall, I fell into that a lot. Like I fell into like a lot of one-sided relationships. I was constantly pouring. No exchange. That was out of alignment.
When you say pouring, explain, because I know what you're saying, but
pouring is like you're constantly giving and you're the one that's feeling empty. Ladies, our bodies, we have two brains. We have this one and we have our gut, our intuition. So it's like sometimes, I just told someone this earlier, like sometimes our brain will tell us like this is a no. Then our intuition will have to tell us too, because we're constantly, it's one-sided. You know a one-sided relationship when you're in it. You know when you're giving more to that table. You're putting more on the table than he is. That's not a partnership. That's one-sided. And if he's just down in that moment, that's different. But if he's been down the whole time, like, and he's not even trying, like, nah, that's one-sided. You don't need anything one-sided. You can't grow like that. You want to go lower. You can't go higher if you're going down because you're constantly pouring. Partnership, you feel me? You can't even go down. What you going down for? Somebody gonna help, your partner gonna help you. Like,
that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good analogy, I would say.
Yeah. And it's so crazy because I have to learn that way. Like, that's how I learn. That's how I have to see it. Like, I need to see this. And I'm thankful for my parents, even though both of their marriages failed. I'm thankful for them because I got to see it. What I didn't want in a partner. I got to see that thing from, I would go from my mom's house, I would go to my dad's house, and I would be like, whew. And they talk about marriage. Like, yo, this shit crazy. I don't want that. Like, not as a child, I knew early on what I didn't want and what I wanted. And I knew I wanted, my parents taught me that I wanted a partner. Watching their marriages be one-sided, both, I'm like, how they both couldn't get this right? Like, how they both, okay, not to judge it, don't put my mouth on it, but learn from it. What do you want, what don't you want? I don't want that.
What do you think marriage means to our generation? I don't think it's as sacred as it was.
I've never been married. I'm
outside
open,
looking in.
Yeah, I'm open to marriage, but I think people jump in you jump in to please your family. I really don't believe in outside forces. So for me, it's like I would love a wedding. Like when I was younger, you imagine your wedding dress, you imagine the wedding. Me at 27 and understanding how outside forces work, you have people preparing to go and go to a wedding and they talking bad on it. What the fuck? I don't need that around me. You know, like that's between you and your partner. You can be married without having the paper. You can be married without having rings. Y'all can move like true bosses and true partners without society's way of doing it. You don't need society's way of doing it. Like, nah, you know that's my wife. That's my husband. That's my king. That's my queen. Fuck a wife and a husband. That's my king. I'm his queen. We're going to move accordingly. Like, that's just paperwork.
It is.
It is. It's just paperwork. That's so hard to get out of. Like, what the fuck? Like, I got in this shit so easy. They let me drop all this so easy. All this money so easy. And now it's taking me weeks and months and years to get out of something that, nah, you shouldn't have. Why you got to do all that? Like, true, proper alignment, you don't need no titles. Everyone, you don't need that. They're going to be able to see it when they experience you two together. When they witness that, they're going to know, man, those people, they're different. That's what I want that. Like, I don't need all of that. Like, the validation of others, I care nothing about it. I don't care.
Accountability. That has been, yeah.
Damn, that choke.
Accountability.
Oh, shit.
That is one of the main topics right now in the social media world.
All right. Accountability. What does that mean to me?
For each side.
Ooh, okay. Accountability means, to me, being accountable for your actions mean you want to grow. You want to learn. That's what I find when I have to hold myself accountable. I'm going to a new place. When you can't hold yourself accountable and you don't allow others to hold you accountable, you're not going anywhere new. If you want to experience something new, you have to do something that you've never done. Accountability is not hard, it's just uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. Like, damn, they really about to, and it's not even they telling me about myself, it's them telling me how I affected them. And me taking me out of the situation and looking at it. Perfect example, my father. Love my dad. I love both my parents. My dad's parents were drug addicts, right? And I asked my father recently, like, Do you want to let that go? He holds on to that. He carries that throughout his life and in relationships and dating and his children. Like, he carries that. And I had to ask him, he's sitting on his bed and I'm at the end of his bed. And this is recent, like, it was recent. And I said, do you want to be free? And my father said to me, yes. And I said, well, you have to forgive them because I forgave you. And then I explained to my father, I held you accountable. But then I also had to take myself out of being your daughter and look at the situation for what it was. You human first. People are human first. So it's easier to look at them. Stop putting all these expectations on them. I couldn't say, well, Dad, you're my dad, so you should have never made a mistake. I had to say, Dad, you're my dad. You're human first. You're my dad second. And, you know, like, I forgive you. Like, I'm going to hold you accountable, but I'm still going to have understanding for why you did what you did. Because I love you. We have to get to that place where we stop. Our expectations have to go out the window. You carrying all those expectations. Well, you can't hurt me because you're my boyfriend. You're my husband. No, he's going to hurt you. He's going to do something that you don't like. It's okay. But have those conversations. Hold him accountable. He holds you accountable. And y'all move. It's y'all against the problem, not y'all against each other. They're turning us against each other. No, that's my partner. Nah, that's my partner. My partner not going to do everything that I like. You feel me? He going to do what he got to do. I'm going to do what I got to do. But we should be able to come to the table and say, look, that fucked with me. That bothered me. That offended me. That hurt me. Those are honest conversations. You don't have to yell. I told one of my friends, talk to me nice. Like, talk to me, but talk to me nice. That's the only way I can deal with it if it's nice. Don't get disrespectful. Talk to me nice so I can process it. And I'll hear you. They'll hear you. Accountability. Hold yourself accountable so you can go higher. That's the only way you're going higher. People who are at the highest points of their lives, they had to be held accountable for your actions. You gotta be, so you can learn that shit. Like, you can't grow if you're not being held accountable.
So what you holding in your hand?
Oh, I was really fanning because you made me hot with the word accountability. But flower bomb steams, and I want to say this, right? What's your question?
Nah, go ahead. You like that segue, don't you? Though?
What you holding in your hand? Flower bomb steams, ladies. So flower bomb steams. This is the way you charge up your life. You boss up, you level up, you elevate, right? When you start taking care, when you really stop caring about the outside and start taking care of the inside, you become dangerous. I can wear sweats, slides, and hoodies all year round and not care about it because my insides are taken care of. I'm at peace in my mental. I'm not suffering from no damn yeast infection, bacterial infection, BV. I'm not worrying about anything because I'm investing on my inside. This right here is an investment on your inside. This is only for certain types of women. It's not for all women. All women will not feel like they have to boss up on the inside. They just care about their lashes, their makeup, their hair, their nails, what people see when they see them on the outside. But me, my eyes can see your insides first. I don't even care about the outside. I need to know what's your mental like. Are you at peace with self? How's your body like? Are you healthy? Shit, what you putting in your body, that's more attractive to me than what you got on your body. I care nothing about Gucci, Louis, Prada. I don't even attract those type of guys. Them Gucci, Louis, Prada guys can't stand no chance with me. They can't. Like, and I don't even know what just made me come to that realization, but they don't. Like, I don't do well with those guys because they only care about what's on the outside. I need to know your mental, your heart, shit, how you move, how you think, how you. But that's attractive to me. I care nothing about Gucci, Louis, Prada, Jordans. I mean, you can have them, but it's like, if that's all you care about, nigga, we on two different. I care about this, the investments, this is an investment. Colonics, that's an investment. Going to get that shit cleaned out, like, that's an investment.
So for, like, you're in the women healthcare, well, would you consider this healthcare?
Yeah.
Just making sure.
All care, nigga.
Just making sure.
Yo, you detox. Listen, I'm sitting on the pot, but I'm not on the pot. But it's a hole here, right? And I always tell my ladies, you're detoxing your whole body through your womb. You get up and you feel lighter. You get up and your second brain right here is cleared. I'm clearing that thing for you. So whatever you think you thought or whatever, once you start steaming and steaming regular, your body gonna be on point. If you're not listening to your brain, you're gonna listen to this one. Your body is going to tell you, like, I was gone for 7 days and couldn't steam. That damn near killed me. Like, my body was like, yo, let's go. I need to detox this. Go, clear that out, you know? So yeah.
For men, what do you think we need to do? I know I'm trying to invest more into paying attention to, like, my mental state of mind. But it's other stuff, like, I guess, working out.
Yeah.
You know. With some of the.
Kendall. Go ahead.
I am. I mean,
All right.
I try.
Yeah. I remember before I left, I asked you. We were on the phone, and I said, "Yo, how's your mental?" And I kept talking. I asked you, "How was your mental?" And I kept talking. He was like, "Hold on. Thanks for that." And I'm like, "Thanks for what?" And he's like, "Thanks for asking about my mental." And it's like, ladies, what is going on in their hearts and their minds? Like, men carry shit, we carry stuff too, and they carry it too, and it's like we have to find healthy ways to release it. So I know you don't want to steam, and men don't want to really steam, but men can steam to release it too. But I won't make this all about flower bomb steams. But going to get massages, go and release that. It's so many black people who work every day and don't go and get massages. I invest in that. That's an investment for the inside of my body, being stretched, being massaged, just being at peace with self. Meditate. Go eat a healthy meal. Go for a walk. Clear your mind. Go for a run. Go for a bike ride. Whatever it is, yoga. Yoga is a beautiful thing. Like, I do yoga every Wednesday with my uncle. He's 70 something. And I have to release what I'm carrying with him because he's an elder. So I get wisdom, I'm releasing, and then I'm getting a pour in too. He's constantly pouring into me while I'm releasing the negative. So it's like you have to get to know yourself and tap into self to where as though it's like, what do I enjoy? I enjoy yoga now. I enjoy vaginal steaming. I enjoy colonics, getting old shit out of me. Like, I be laughing like, yo, I'm really full of shit. Like, you know, like sometimes, like, really, like I be on the table like, holy shit. Like, and she's telling me, Jazz, you're full of shit. And I'm like, yeah, literally and physically. You know, like, but it's like, be real with yourself. Like, seriously, find different ways to release it. I do vaginal steaming. I do colonics. I do massage therapy. I take care of my insides. And people, when they experience me, they can see it. Like, it's seen. You can see it. So that's what I would advise you to do. Go take care of your insides, your mental. Go and get a therapist. I have a therapist. I do talk therapy.
I'm the therapist.
You're one of them. I'll give you the credit, but like, you're one. And it's so crazy because I have a bunch. I don't just have one therapist. I have a legit therapist, but then I also have great friends like Mr. Kendall, who I can call and say, listen, I don't get this shit. Give me the male's perspective because I'm about to wild out. Like, but it's like, I need that. You need that exchange. I need those exchanges, those pouring into, because I'm not always right.
Do you think it's hard for women to realize that sometimes, like that we don't feel comfortable opening up because we don't want to be so vulnerable in front of our women? Because I'll tell you this, it feels like if we do open up, and it's not all women, it's just some. If we do open up, that might get thrown back at us, and that's the worst feeling.
But that's anybody. And the thing is,
that's why we don't open up.
But that's women too, because with me being Talk to Me, Jay7d, and I be doing those videos, every time that I release a video, I'm putting it out there for people to throw back in my face. But I have so much peace with what I'm doing and what I'm releasing. I'm just venting. I'm not advising you to do anything, right? So with you as a man, it's like, yo, you gotta get that shit off of you. You got to, like, and if your girl can't take it, you might have a homegirl. I got plenty of homeboys that call me about everything, and they can't even talk to their women, but it's like, even that can get a little shaky, because it's like, you can talk to her, but you can't talk to me. Yeah, because I'm talking to him, I'm not talking at him. You know, watch how you do people. Like, you can't talk at them and then expect them. It's like how you do a child. Like, you have to create that safe place for your child to just come and be open and free. You can't talk at the child. You have to talk to the child. Talk to your partner. Don't talk at them. Don't be yelling and cussing and then wondering why he keep going to Keisha. Keisha listening. Keisha rolling up a blunt and listening to the nigga. Like, you feel me? Like, she's relaxed and just listening. So it's like, listen to him. Listen to her. That's not one-sided. Guys, listen to your girls too. That male best friend, female best friend, you gotta watch that. Like, not even watch it because it's something to watch, but it's like, what's your relationship dynamic like? Shout out to Joey. You know what Joey told me years ago? Joey was like, yo, if people got to know each other like how friends get to know each other, relationships would be so much better. We meet people, right? And immediately we're attracted, then we start having sex with them, and we didn't skip the whole friend phase because I'm attracted to you, and now I can't even kick it with you and just be cool with you because I just went off of my attraction for you. Now you and your feelings about everything, the whole time it's like, yo, it ain't even that deep. If you was my friend, you would understand that ain't even that deep. That's just how I am. So it's like people got to get to know people so they can feel comfortable.
Why is it so hard?
Hard for what?
To get to know a person that you're going to end up in a relationship with, or end up in some type of Yeah, I don't know why you called me and thought it wasn't going to be.
Hold on. Hold on. Okay, keep going. Keep going.
Like,
it's the last question, nigga.
why you think it's hard? Why do people bring their representatives to the table and not their real self? Like, that's basically what I'm asking.
You know what though? I don't know why people do that. Well, did I ever do that?
You probably have.
Probably when I was younger. But
We all do it.
nah, not no more. I don't do that shit. Like I can't bring my I'm me. Like
But you've reached a point
Yeah.
where you understand who you are more.
Yes.
And you don't care.
So this is what I would say. Don't bring your representative to the table. Figure out who you are and then you come to the table. Me, now, the 27-year-old me, I come to the table just the way I am. Like, I love sweats, I love slides, I love comfortable stuff. I met this one guy, and I swear within the first week, he saw me in my fucking face mask and my scarf. And he looked at me like, what the fuck? And I'm like, yo, this is really who I am. Like, if you ever come to my, like, this is who I am. I can't hide who I am just because I'm trying to get to know you. You're either going to like me, fall for me, and we're going to go this way, or you're going to be like, I can't deal with her, she's too raw. And that's okay, too. And that's how you get, like, yeah, don't come as you are. Come to the table as you are. And if you don't know who you are, that means you don't need to come to the table to meet nobody. What you coming to the table for? You don't even know you. And I think that's the problem with people. We keep coming to the table the whole time. I don't even know myself. What you gonna do for me? You can't do nothing for me if I don't know self. I don't even know what I want. Like, nah.
But you...
Did that answer your question? I think
Yeah, it did, but I'm gonna dive a little deeper. You're right. I would consider you an anomaly because most people at your age don't know who they are, and you have to go through life to figure out who you are.
Facts.
So how do you figure out who you are?
Experience. Experience has taught me who I was, and I didn't let projections teach me because what will happen is elders will give you advice and they'll project. That's a dangerous part about an older person. I would take the advice, but I wouldn't take the projections. So for me in my personal life, I got to go through experience. I took the jobs that my mom told me to, oh my God. My mom told me she didn't want me to work at Cashland, ever. That was not a part of the plan, her plan for me, right? But I had to do it because I knew that that's what I saw myself doing at that point of time, right? Then I was doing parties and shows. My mom didn't want me to do that. I had to do it because that's what I saw for me. So it's like I took her advice, but I didn't take the projection. So it's like you have to know how to separate that. So with me, what put me in a powerful place is now I've had experience going against the grain. Most people will do what their parents say, their grandparents say, their uncles and aunts say. I took the advice, but I didn't take the projection. Oh, you're not gonna make it a dad? No, I'm gonna make it. And I'm gonna go dumb with it. And that's what I did. So it's like, take the advice, listen to it, take a mental note, but just because it didn't happen for them don't mean it won't happen for you. I don't take the projections. For real, because old people do that to you. You're not gonna make it. You're gonna be pregnant by 5. Like, bitch, no, I'm not. Like, shut up. I'm gonna live, and that's what made me even more powerful. Like, I'm super dope because I've experienced so much that people won't experience because of fear. Like, fuck, I can't be afraid. I'm in a place in my life right now that fear has no place nowhere near me. Like, I can't even afford to be afraid. Like, no. I'm risking it all. I'm taking the chances. No risk, no reward. And yeah.
So we're going to end it on this. And this is going to be a tough one for you. This is going to be the last question, topic, whatever. You have a very strong personality. You know who you are. You know what you want. And sometimes that could be threatening to men. Also, we're in an era where men, I say we're more sensitive towards our egos being protected, and I don't think women are in that protect a man's ego.
Yeah, we don't understand how to stroke that.
Yeah, so do you think that's a problem? Do you think that's a problem for women, men, both, and how to fix it?
Let me make sure I understand the question.
You just said it yourself. You don't know how to do that. You don't know how to stroke a man's ego. Sometimes we need that.
But if you've never seen your mother stroke it, never seen your grandmother stroke it, how the fuck can you know how to stroke a man's ego? My dad told me that when I was younger. Like, Jazz, My father would say the prettiest girls get cheated on with the ugliest women. And I'm like, why? Like, he's like, because the ugly women know how to stroke the fucking ego. The pretty girls be like, I'm not da-da-da-da-da-da. So whole time, okay, well, what you're not going to do, someone else will. And that's really a fact. Not saying it's right or a wrong fact, but it's true. Like, so with me, I don't look at it as stroking the ego. I look at it as soften. I had to soften up. Yes, I'm a powerful woman. Yes, I'm an assertive woman. Yes, I get things done, but I'm still a woman. So for me, it's like holding myself accountable. Like, Jazz, you want this, but you're doing this. You gotta soften up. Like, fuck stroking the ego. I need to soften up first, then I can learn how to. The stroking the ego part will come second. But I need to understand how to be a woman. I don't have to be a man, but I'm in a lot of male-dominated arenas, so it's like that's all I know. But now I have to unlearn that, and you have to. I think that's what the answer is. Like, unlearn your old ways. Unlearn your old habits. Unlearn what they didn't even teach us. Like, they just showed us it, but they didn't really teach us it. You know? So you have to unlearn that. What worked for your mother is not working for you. What worked for your grandmother is not working for you. It barely worked for them. It did not work for them. I wouldn't trade lives with my grandmother or my mother. For what? I want to go higher. I want to, no. So it's like unlearn those old ways, unlearn those old habits to get something new. And stroking the ego is cool, but the male has to also be secure too. Like, nigga, do you have to have your ego stroked? If a woman is feeling away, she should be able to come to you, say how she feels without worrying about your ego being stroked. I'm telling you, this is how you're making me feel. I'm being open with you. I'm being vulnerable with you. Fuck your ego right now. Put your ego over there. I need a person. Like, you feel me? Like, forget your ego. So it's like, as a man, you're going to have to get to a certain point too. Like, damn, what's more important? My family or my ego? My woman or my ego? My queen or my ego? Put that shit to the side. The way we got to put our pride to the side, put your ego aside. She's not going to be able to stroke your ego 100%. That ain't, I haven't mastered that yet. That ain't my thing yet. Like, I'm single, so I don't know. That shit crazy to me. I be listening to my dad, like, I couldn't do that. Like, that's crazy. I want to learn it, because it's like you get more if you know how to stroke the ego, but shit. I be on some, by myself. I be like how the beginning of the interview was. Like, I'm strong, I'm independent, I just by myself. I got to stroke your ego to get this. Like, oh,
it's not about bond. It's just about, what's the best way to explain it? It's like, all right, it's not about us. You coming to me to ask me for something. Okay. It's not about that all the time. Some dudes are like that. Some dudes like, nah, come to me first before you go to anybody else. Mm-hmm. I get that, but sometimes it's just making your man feel like the king, like you said.
Yeah.
That comes along with stroking the ego.
But you also have to give her something to. I can't just make you feel like a king unless I feel safe and protected, and I know that we have an understanding, like an overstanding. So I think that's a big thing in relationships. Like, the men want that king title, but not doing anything that's like a king. You're not even moving like a king. How can she treat you like one? You out here disrespecting your body, disrespecting your temple, eating all this dumb stuff and screwing on all these girls. How can she treat you like a king?
Kings do that.
But give her something like, make her feel at peace with something, make her feel safe with something. Like, niggas be wanting all this stuff but not even provide. Like, boy, you can't be no king, you ain't even provide. What you doing? Like, what are you bringing to the table? Do I feel safe? Do I feel secure? Can I stroke your ego? I can stroke your ego now, because now I'm safe. I know no matter where we go in life, I'm good with you. I'm protected by you. Like, if I don't feel none of that, I can't. What the fuck is that? What can I do with that? That'd be my thing. Like, when I meet people and stuff and they be talking all this, it's like, sir, show me something. I meet a lot of people, you know, like this. I meet a lot of men. So it's like, show me something new. Show me something different. Show me how you move. Show me how a king is supposed to move. Yeah, show me. And I'm going to return that energy. Show you something.
I'll let you out the hook, man.
Thank you. Feel like I'm in a hot seat.
This is what you wanted.
I know, but damn, like,
this is what you had.
See what we said. And another thing,
this
right?
This is what you wanted.
Listen, that's a powerful statement. Ladies, we have to be mindful that what our minds say and what our hearts say sometimes can be two different things. Women will say, go ahead, just leave, right? We'll say that. Like, nigga, go ahead. I don't need you. Da, 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 da. whole time your heart is saying, I need you. I need a hug. I need you. You feel me? So it's like, be mindful of what's coming out of our mouths, because sometimes our mind can take over and the whole time our heart is saying something different. So you're right. I did want a true, honest conversation from me. And you're right. So I'll take that. I didn't know he was going to go deep, deep, deep with it, but I'll take that. Thank you, Uncle Kendall. Ladies, soften up. Fellas, listen up. Shit.
Done.
Yep.